Hello and welcome to another 100% human video, my friends. This video is about my history, basically. A lot of people asked on stream already, and I also talked about it on stream, to be honest, multiple times. How it all started for me, how I became like a hitless runner, what I did for the first couple of years in my Twitch streams. How I basically moved through time and ended up where I am right now in this beautiful room with my tits out and talking into this camera. I also saw that you guys enjoyed the house tour very much, so thank you for watching it. Thanks for all the nice comments. I read through all of it. I replied to almost every single video, and now we're gonna start with this one. I started streaming in 2018. In January 2018 to be exact. I think you can look it up on Twitch Tracker. I came back from a Thailand vacation with my wife. Like, we've been to Thailand. We got married there as well. Like, we got married in Germany and we got married in Thailand. I had some time at my hands and I felt like I'm gaming anyway, so why not just stream on twitch.tuvalu as well, right? Back then Twitch was a little bit different still. You could just, it was a little bit more like the Wild Wild West. Like, not quite how it was like in 2015 or whatever, but or even earlier than that, but you could like play whatever music you wanted, there was no restrictions at all, basically. That's that kind of stuff. I came back, started streaming on Twitch. I streamed in German at the very beginning, and I streamed everything, like Path of Exile, World of Warcraft, PUBG, Divinity Original Sin. I was basically a variety streamer in German. I was working in a laboratory at this time. I'm a chemical lab technician for all of you who do not know that. I started and I felt like, man, this is kind of nice. I sit down in the evenings, afternoons, and I just stream some games for, if somebody wants to watch, they watch. And then slowly, like, a couple of people trickled in. I read my chat with my phone because I had only one screen. And after 2 months or something, I think I became like affiliate, right? It's called Twitch affiliate, and I could get like a subscription button and all of this stuff. And in, I believe, summer 2018, roughly like half a year after I started streaming, one of the people, one of my viewers came into the stream chat. I had like 15 average viewers or something, 10, 15 average viewers. One of these people came in and they said, hey, Dino, there's like a Dark Souls remastered coming out. You want to try that? Or I've heard of Dark Souls, but I've never played Dark Souls. And I just, thought to myself, yeah, why not try it? So I said yes, I bought it. And then I played Dark Souls. And I have to tell you, I played like one session, like 5 hours or something. And I stopped the stream. And I couldn't stop thinking about this game. Like, it immediately clicked, and I was immediately like addicted to this game for some reason. It kind of rekindled that like addiction I had for video games that I haven't had for a long time. Obviously, I enjoy playing, but I play for a couple of hours and then I stop playing again. And then, I might even like not play for a few days or whatever. And I couldn't not play, and I couldn't stop thinking about the game, and it was kind of like, it pulled me back in. Every single time I stopped, I wanted to continue, and it was super, super, super nice. And then I streamed, obviously, Dark Souls every single day, and I streamed Dark Souls 2 every single day, even though it was the roughest. Out of nowhere. I wanted to beat that as well. Then Dark Souls 3 every single day. And after DS3 was done, I streamed Bloodborne. And last but not least, Demon's Souls. I remember I streamed the old Demon's Souls version on the PlayStation 3. That was really painful, but also kind of fun. As it is, you guys know it, you play something and then you look up, YouTube videos, or you look up, wait, the door. Tom can cut this out.
Hi, my name is Tom. You normally don't see me. I'm the guy who edits these videos. And I have a question. Could you subscribe? We're trying to get to 25k at the moment, and we're really close. And more subscribers helps us really with like supporting Nico more in this endeavor. And also, like, if we can reach that, you get the opportunity to see more of the classic Nico quotes. Is the happy hop live? I wonder what the happy hop is doing right now. I'm so obsessed with Hop that I would like to crawl into his mouth, nest in his stomach, and be as close to him as anybody possible in this world.
That would be the final moment, the best moment. I could be finally in him, and then, and only then, my obsession would be...
He's coming back. Subscribe.
I'm sorry, where was I? You look up content from other content creator as it is, you know, you go on YouTube and then you check out like other people playing the game. And I saw like a bunch of people that were running these games hitless. Like back in the day, the most prominent ones was Faraz Khan, Squilla Killer, and the Happy Hop, of course, who started like this hitless movement. I watched this and I was like, no way. I died in these games like hundreds of times. How are they going through this without taking a single hit by any boss or any enemy or whatever, right? And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do a challenge run myself. That's basically the starting point of this crippling addiction I have for 7 years now, which is hitless running. I started with Dark Souls 3 because it was the game that really resonated with me the most. And halfway through the Deathless run, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try hitless immediately. I'm just gonna skip that Deathless experience. If I get that hitless run, I'm gonna have Deathless anyways. So, you know, why not try hitless? So I looked up hitless strategies and I tried to understand the bosses, made save games, all of that shebang. And I started grinding. And I started grinding every single day like a freak. After, I don't know, a couple of months, I think it was 3.5 months for my first ever hitless run. I beat the run and it was a feeling unlike anything almost in video gaming I've ever had. Like putting this work in and getting this one moment of reward and having this like rush of emotions, and I really like grinding it and getting like, you know, to a point where I can beat a very tough run. After Dark Souls 3, I continued. I got more and more into the hitless community as well. I started streaming or transitioning on stream from German streaming to English streaming, because back then the community, they were like 30 people in hitless, 30 people or whatever, and they were almost all speaking like English. There were a couple of German people I met back then, of course. One of them is Zoodle, right? He was the first German speaking no-hit runner I believe I met. I did Dark Souls 1 next, if I remember correct. Then afterwards it was Dark Souls 2 and the Trilogy no-hit run. The Trilogy no-hit run has only been done by 3 people before I started grinding it. There was Squilla Killer, Vahi Guru, and the Happy Hop, right? An absolute insane feeling. I remember that like getting my first ever marathon run it also took me a lot of time. I don't know how long, but I think a half a year or something, like a very like long time to understand all 3 games and stitch them together, you know? It was even better than getting an any percent done. And more people were gathering as well, watching these runs, and it was like super cool, you know? From there, it kind of snowballed heavily snowballed to a point where I needed it to be like, you know, especially when it comes down to marathon runs, I wanted it to be harder, and I wanted it to be like, I don't know, like even longer in terms of marathons, hard and long. That's what I've been doing ever since, basically. I try to find that wall, basically. How far can I go with my runs and with these challenges? Like, where is the point where it's, for me personally, like there are other people out there, obviously, who are better at hitless than I am. But for me personally, where's the point where I can't go any further and where I can't like beat it any longer? I can't learn it and execute it any longer. And luckily we haven't hit that point yet.
No, you, Estelle, and your entire space family!
We will eventually hit it, you know. At some point there is going to be something where I'm not able to achieve it. I hope that's far off still in the future, but I don't know. You know, at the moment we're gonna go for the All Bosses trilogy. Afterwards we might even start our first ever All Bosses God run, which is gonna be a crazy experience again, because we have Dark Souls 2 All Bosses and Bloodborne All Bosses within it, and that's going to be like really, really, really rough, but it's doable. And certainly with a lot of practice and effort, time, perseverance, we can beat that, as we beat the God Run 3 level 1 after 2 years of grinding, which was basically a great moment. And there's also a video on the channel. You can check it out. The passion I have for this led me to this point where I can sit here now in this beautiful like room, having a new home, and hopefully continue doing what I love doing, and you guys hopefully enjoy watching. That would be the ideal situation for the rest of my life. But who knows, you know, maybe we're gonna venture off in new territories one day and see what's happening there. But for now, this is basically the short, compressed version of my hitless story. I met a lot of friends along the way. We participated in organized tournaments, and I hopefully will continue to meet a lot of new people, and I am very happy that my life turned out to be like it is. And I hope you enjoyed this video a little bit. If that's the case, you know, make sure to subscribe and maybe comment down below something. If you want to see another video on YouTube, tell me what you want to see. As I said, there's also going to be a guide soon again. I don't know what guide, but it is going to be guide time again. We're grinding the Dark Souls 2 randomizer no death run at the moment, so check out the live streams, of course, on twitch.tuvelu and here on YouTube. I'm live almost every single day. And other than that, there is not much more to say. I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Love you. Say it back. Tschüss.